Hello, everybody. Welcome to this episode of the Blind Tech Adventures podcast. This is being recorded and going live as of today. This is what is the date? The 26th of May, 2022. My name is Nimer, and this is the Blind Tech Adventures podcast, and associated YouTube channel, where we talk about some things that are blind related, some things that are technology related, some things that are adventure related, and things that kind of intersect with all three. My buddy Kurt is finding himself a bit late, so hopefully he pops in. He should be in here though. I'm not sure what happened to him, but hopefully he'll pop in. And otherwise, we've got a few different topics to discuss today. Oh, it looks like he's here now.
He's here.
Welcome, Kurt.
Hi. Sorry, I was having audio repeater issues with Jaws.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, that's Jaws for you. Actually, that has nothing to do with Jaws, but I'll just make that comment because it sounds good. And yeah, so hello everybody again, and thanks Kurt for joining. And yeah, let's see. We've got probably not too long of a podcast today.
Yeah.
I am going to be traveling in a few hours to go and drop off a guide dog, so it is a bit of a I don't know. Is it sad, happy?
Yeah, bittersweet, maybe.
Yeah, probably a lot of things tied into it, but probably a lot of sad. Yeah. Also, I've been dealing with COVID for the last week. I don't know, last week on the show I was probably starting to feel it a little bit, but Friday started hitting me. Saturday I got hit really hard. It's pretty much gone now. I mean, I'm a little still stuffed up, I guess, still sound a little nasally, but it's pretty much gone. I've just been left with a cough. I'm not contagious anymore. I've been COVID. Basically, not, what do you call it?
Quarantining or isolating or something?
I have been isolating for the 5 days, and I don't have any COVID symptoms other than the cough, and I think that's going to last for years. Or a really long time.
Yeah, it doesn't go away. It takes forever. I've still got it.
And, otherwise I'm pretty healthy, no fevers, anything like that. So I think I'll be okay to travel. And we'll just see how it goes. I mean, Hopefully I don't give my dog COVID on the way or something, but
yeah,
we should be okay. I've got these things, vroom vroom, I don't know if he still listens to us. They got these things called masks you put on your face.
That's right, mosques.
I guess how some people say masks, but some people say mosques. So I got some of those, and I think we'll be okay.
Yeah.
And so then we'll be talking about a couple of news articles. Not very much in the news this week, really. There's just
been very slow. Yeah,
it's just not that much new, really. A lot of the stuff happened because of the Accessibility Day, and then kind of just dropped off a bit, tailed off. But so we'll talk a little bit about what there is, and then we'll get into one of my favorite, most passionate topics that you guys are probably completely annoyed with us discussing, but we keep getting misconceptions about it, and people wanting to, I got a couple that wanted actually to see it with JAWS and a better voice and blah, blah, blah. So we are returning to web apps. We are going to do Gmail as a web app with JAWS. And I keep bringing this up because at some point your basic HTML people will go away. Your Thunderbird's and your Outlooks and all of that keep causing you trouble. Well, if you didn't use them, then you would save yourselves a lot of headaches, and you wouldn't have to bother setting up an email client. And, there's change. Any changes is very difficult. Any change is very, very hard. But I do want to at least provide you with ample demos to demo the fact that it is usable, doable, and can be quite efficient if you if you learn it and you do decide to embrace the change.
Yeah.
And if that's not who you are, then please keep using what you're doing. I'm not going to rip anything out of your hands, although I can't promise Google won't. But
Right.
here we go.
Yeah.
So, get your popcorn, get your movie,
Your
or no, this
bourbon.
is the movie. Get your beers, your bourbons, your love. Get whatever you need to enjoy the show. Thank you for joining us. Looks like we got 3 here.
Very
And
good.
Definitely appreciate your visitorship. And I suppose let's see if we have any comments. No.
I'm not
Okay.
seeing any yet.
One more thing, feel free to visit blindtechadventures.com, or in the YouTube description you'll find our donate link. You can donate to us, and again, we'll thank you again to John
And
for
our-
his donation a couple of weeks ago.
Our mailing list is there too, right?
We do have a mailing list. Yep, Blind Tech Adventures plus subscribe. I did see we gained Gary and some other person.
Hey,
I have no
Gary,
idea who that
yeah.
is. So we are slowly gaining people to that mailing list, but that's where we send out announcements of podcast releases. So, and it's possible we use it for other things if there's any interest, but that right now is what we're using it for. So if you're interested in that, then join in. The podcast, by the way, you don't have to be subscribed to both, although the podcast is a little bit better audio quality than the YouTube side, simply
Yeah.
because it is being upscaled and also because it is being volume matched. So if we do end up with any issues with volumes or anything like that, on the podcast side, a lot of those issues are addressed. We're not at the moment doing much else in terms of editing
Right.
the audio or anything, and we might, but
Yeah.
But it is there for anyone who wants to listen to that, so send people there using your A-Ladies or your Googles or your Sonoses or whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of Sonos,
Speaking of Sonos, indeed, they are launching maybe a rival of Alexa and Google.
all right.
They're going to call it Sonos Control.
Wow, that's very original.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And from
So
what I
is it,
read...
do you know, or is it like for just controlling music, or are they actually interested in being an assistant?
They're interested in controlling any... The way I read it from the article was basically you can control any of the services you're subscribed to and linked to your Sonos. So that could be like your Audible and your XM, Sirius, and your, Tidal or Spotify or whatever else. But beyond that, it's not going to have a lot of the smart assistant features. Is kind of my
Interesting.
reading. Yeah. Just another way to control your speaker, basically, with things it can already do.
Quentin Thomas wishes me safe travels and good health. Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll be leaving. I think flight takes off in probably about 4 hours or so. We'll be traveling all night anyway, 4 or 5 hours. And we'll be arriving in the morning, and then we'll be taking off back in this direction like 3 or 4 hours later. So we'll be traveling for the next,
Woo, yeah.
I don't know how long, 12
We'll
hours.
be sleepy tomorrow,
something.
maybe.
Yeah, something like that. And if I'm not actually experiencing any symptoms and I'm not actually sick yet, I'm sure that sitting that long in a confined space in an airplane is probably going to do some damage. But anyway, we'll have fun.
Well, what can you do?
Yep. NVDA, non-visual desktop access, screen reader open source, released an update. That's pretty cool.
And so from what I understand is it'll be better in Microsoft Word documents. I don't know if you'll be able to use browse mode. I hope so.
Yes, you can use browse mode, and it substantially speeds up. So this change has been in NVDA's code for a while, but it hasn't been the default. It's been a hidden setting in advanced settings to
Oh,
use UIA to work in Word, basically, to be able to take advantage of so some of those optimizations. And it does substantially speed up Word, especially in larger documents.
yeah.
So, if you have issues with Word being slow in previous versions and you didn't check this box in advanced settings, which most people wouldn't have done, then I think you'll find a delightful update with NVDA and Word, because Office has kind of always been a little bit sluggish.
Yeah, it has. That doesn't apply to like LibreOffice, right? It's just Word.
That's right.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, but I'll live. So yeah, I didn't really see much more going on in the news.
So it's also cool that they broke compatibility with add-ons, and that's the biggest thing with NVDA, so it is worth announcing that. Just to keep in mind that if you update, there's a good chance that you will lose access to a lot of your add-ons, even possibly some of your voices. Some add-ons have already been updated and have updates for the new versions, but other ones do not. I believe one of the ones that still is lacking an update, for example, is the Eloquence stuff from... or the Eloquence Code Factory add-on or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, just be aware. NV Access, I'm not very pleased with the fact that you guys keep breaking add-ons every year. I understand the reasoning, the need, but it's not very, it's not very good to maintain your community of developers. Just put it that way. If you want people to contribute their volunteer time and effort to contributing to this project, and these things that cause your add-ons to break every year and these companies to have to update things like this is just not... it's not very conducive to very happy users or very happy add-on developers. And so I'm not sure what's going to result from this. I don't know how long the NVDA project can sustain itself this way. But it's not good. There's just not good. I really hope that they solve this in some other way moving forward. But it doesn't seem like they're really on a road to do that. So
yeah. Well, I don't know.
Maybe we should get them on here so we can have a discussion. We should get Mick on or something. We should email them and
see what they have to say about that. And how fast is Python really changing, like at its core, for that to need to really happen?
Yeah, I mean, there are updates from time to time that will probably necessitate that, but I don't know. It seems like they should have some better way of mitigating that.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time it seems like that would be like an every 2 or 3 year thing, not an every year thing.
Or they can add some backwards compatibility at least for a short amount of time, for a year or two, or I don't know. It seems like they can do something.
Lots of people need to be better at backwards compatibility.
Absolutely. Are you listening, Humanware? Anyway. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right. Let's see. So is it, what is it, Gmail time?
Gmail time.
Cool. And are you prepared to do the demos, or am I doing the demos?
Oh, I can do some.
It makes no difference. It doesn't matter, really. Either way is fine with me.
Maybe I can demo chat, and you can demo, like... Or I can do... I can do just a basic demo of switching between things.
Yep, I'm happy to... I guess I got to set up my audio repeaters.
Let me see how mine's going here.
Well, hello, that's loud.
Oh, is it? Is it louder than me? It's louder than me, huh?
Yes, and it's distorting.
Oh, okay. Whoa! That is so strange to me.
What's that?
Just how JAWS is distorting.
Yeah.
And my volume is my output volume's 20%. That's very weird.
Very strange.
Is it any better?
No.
15%. Output device combo box. Keyboard left there, MMX 150 right there. Input device device. Absolute box. System sound button collapse. Application file JAWS. Armory prison WASI button collapse. Application file JAWS button collapse. Expanded. Application file JAWS. New app button activate. Adjust the output volume. Lower right slider 100%.
Yeah.
90%.
Keep going down.
80%. 74%. 73%. 63%.
Go down.
Well,
Go down.
NVDA never has that problem.
62%. 61%. 60%.
Lower?
Keep going down to about 50. I'm trying to figure out if it's actually making
52%. 51%.
Doesn't seem like
50%.
it.
Output device
Yeah.
combo box. Default change selection. Use the keys. Input device combo. Output device. Application file JAWS button expanded. Application file JAWS. Adjust the output volume. Lower right slider 50%.
It's not, huh?
55%.
Oh, that's terrible.
57%.
Oh. Okay. Well, does that mean you're doing demos? I mean, you might have the same issue here.
StreamYard dash brave. The movement item press the arrow keys. StreamYard dash camera. Settings. The movement item press the arrow keys. Settings. Absolute box. StreamYard dash brave. Inbox left there 3000.
In the meantime.
Quick settings dash dialog. Search. Volume. Sound cards. Preview virtual cursor options. Open the items. Unread. Credit 70. Congratulations. Inbox left there 3209 right there dash memory. Volume. Sound cards.
Yes, sound cards.
Main menu button expanded. Line 2 left there virtual audio cable right there. Visit same page link key. Main menu button expanded. Volume. Sound cards. Line 1 left there virtual audio cable.
Wow. Well, this is an issue with JAWS then.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. All right. Let's see.
Well, do we want to just switch between doing screen shares or
I want line
You can-
1. There we go. Can you hear me?
I cannot.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you. I can't hear anything else, but I can hear you.
No, you don't want to hear anything else yet.
I can hear you.
Good. So now let's turn on JAWS. Jawsy, Jawsy, Jawsy. Where are you?
Yeah, that's a good question.
All right.
Is your JAWS awake?
Well, let's see. I messed up those repeaters. Let's see what happened. I had a very stuttery JAWS.
Yeah, that happened to me earlier.
Oh, why did these repeaters change themselves? This is so annoying.
I'm telling you, it's strange with JAWS.
Start.
Yep.
JAWS audio repeater 1.6.
All right.
Oh, hello. You're not distorting, but you're
Audio
stuttering.
repeater 1. StreamYard Google Chrome. StreamYard.
We got JAWS.
You do got JAWS.
Good.
StreamYard.
How's the volume?
It's pretty even with your voice.
Okay.
End broadcast.
Then we're not distorting.
You are not distorting.
All right, good. Okay. All right, everyone.
Sound dialog.
Sorry about
Am I
this.
distorting?
Configure button
Yes,
multiply
you
button
are.
plus D.
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa, whoa.
so all right, I'll fix that.
Selection device audio output device line 1 left there. Push AI voice dash speaker left there. MMX 100.
Okay, there you go.
Turn down your system volume to 50% and turn up your headphone volume so that you can hear things.
Okay.
I bet your system volume is set to 100% or pretty high. But I don't know, I could be wrong.
Oh
all
yeah,
right.
the output.
Yeah.
Yes. I can fix that.
I bet that might be causing the issue. But could be wrong. All right, so a couple of things to know about JAWS in using Gmail or any web app in in standard mode. First of all, why do you use standard mode versus basic HTML? We already covered this in a past video, but I will address it anyway. That standard mode allows you to do things that basic HTML does not allow you to do. It also gives you better efficiency in terms of, you're not having to jump all over the page to accomplish things. You're not having to use some keyboard commands like Alt whatever command and then have to press enter to activate those things. The compose, to be able to actually add a contact when you compose, that works a lot better in standard mode. There's a lot of things that standard mode offers that basic HTML does not, and I am not saying this will happen today or tomorrow. I'm not saying anything about any of that, but I'm not so sure how long basic HTML will be around.
Probably not forever, though.
Probably not forever. So I really recommend getting adjusted to the standard mode or figuring out a different way to do email if that's something that you would like to do, because it would really be beneficial to you. Also recommend that you generally start learning how to use web apps, because trainers are not really teaching web apps in a lot of cases. Agencies for the blind don't seem to even know that web apps exist. They keep being stuck on teaching Word and whatever, like some of these other tools, which are important too, but they're not really teaching web apps at all.
Yeah.
And web apps are the new standard of doing things. Even when they do teach something like a Facebook, a lot of them will recommend the mobile site, or they'll just say, yeah, you can use this, but it's all cluttered, and yes, that's still crackly.
Okay.
Why?
That's
Did
not
your
good.
Virtual audio cable level somehow get way boosted, or I don't know, because that thing has its own settings.
Yeah, let me check. Anyways, in the meantime, carry on. I'll see what I can do to troubleshoot this.
Yeah, so in any case, like this is why we cover some of these things on the channel, because I do notice this big gap of people not getting the skills training. And you might say to yourself, I hate standard view. And my thing is, if you haven't tried it and you haven't actually used it for any length of time, you can't hate something that you just don't know. You can hate it because it means change. That's fair. Change is hard. Change sucks. But, I would say give it a go. And a lot of people that I introduce it to are very surprised that they actually end up liking it better. Their efficiency goes up, improves, etc. They find using it a lot more pleasant, etc. And you know what? If that's not you, if this what you're hearing is not you, please disregard everything I'm saying and hit the mute button and move on to the next podcast. That's what I recommend that you do. But anyway, I'm going to demo Gmail, and maybe Kurt will join in and demo some things as well, if I can figure out if he gets his audio. So first things that we need to know about using Gmail as a web app is most of the time you're going to be using JAWS.
Sound dialog.
Is that still bad?
Okay button. Cancel button.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Select synthesize audio with device colon combo box line S speaker left parent.
Okay.
Wow, it's actually sounding like it's so loud that it's coming through your mic too.
Wow. Huh.
Yeah. It's kind of strange.
That's
like even when you change your audio sources, if I'm not talking, I can kind of hear your
weird.
screen.
Okay.
Backing back.
All right, that's very strange.
Yeah, it's very strange.
All right, well, sorry, carry on.
Asus machine.
Hello?
Is that the Asus machine?
Yeah.
Yeah, they muck about with hardware.
Yeah, that has never happened to me before, though.
AMD audio drivers, who knows? Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so where was I at? Oh, you keep distracting me.
Sorry.
Thanks, Kurt. Maybe I need some Ritalin or some whatever, something.
Well, basically, you just covered why standard has more features than basic HTML and is more efficient.
Yeah. And I want to show that. I don't want to just talk about it. I want to actually show it. I want to browse emails. And the one way that I thought of to browse emails is I've allowed my email list, which are all in bundles. So my email list or my Gmail is all in bundles, and you can disable that if you just want your all email in one long list. You can do that. Bundles are basically categories. So I have the default ones in Gmail, and I have checked the ones that they give. You can create your own as well, but the ones I have are social, promotions, updates, and forums. All mailing list traffic goes to forums. And because most of the mailing lists I'm on are public, and even the ones that aren't have lots of users on them, I generally feel pretty comfortable going through that list with JAWS. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to demonstrate a few things for how to traverse through emails, how to send emails, reply to emails, forward emails, all these things with the standard mode. And then maybe we'll get into a little bit of chat as well. And we'll ping Kurt and see what we can do. So I'm going to switch tabs to my Gmail tab, and maybe Kurt can keep an eye out for comments. I don't think you guys want to chat with us, but just in case
I'll
you
look.
do.
I'll be looking.
Good.
Alert has it. Table, column 1, row 1, inbox. Inbox 5, Nimer Jabber 1.
All right, so that low pop means that you are not in virtual cursor mode. Or no, that you are in virtual cursor mode. You want to not be. You want to turn this thing off. There are a few ways that you can navigate this, actually. You can turn off the access keys so that, like H for heading and all those don't actually work, and you can still use virtual cursor to read emails and stuff. And this can be good, but you just have to remember to turn that back on when you're actually wanting to browse a website that has the, that requires you to use H for headings.
Smart navigation, controls and tables. Smart navigation, controls and tables.
Oops. Let's see. Actually,
Google Chrome settings. Chrome.
JAWS doesn't do Dvorak, does it? No, it doesn't.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know what the hotkey is then. I'd have to figure out what the hotkey is to turn off those what do you call those keys? But I do know that to turn on and off virtual cursor is the insert Z. That's what typically is on a normal keyboard. You hit insert Z, and that's what will do it.
Off.
It'll say off or on. Actually, if your verbosity is set to a higher level, it'll probably say use virtual PC cursor off. Mine just says off. Should I change my verbosity?
Yeah, probably.
Care about this? All right. Let's see. How do I do that again? Insert V. Insert. Or is it insert? No, that's not. Oh. Okay.
Quick settings, Chrome dialog.
I don't know how to use this.
Preview, editor settings, open, 1 item.
Oh, man.
1.
I think
0,
it's insert
one.
Q
List
for
nesting level announcement, 0. Editor settings, touch cursor options,
What's insert Q? What?
I thought that was for the quick settings for whatever. Oh, but you're
Touch
wanting
cursor,
to change it
general
for
options,
everything, huh?
1. User verbosity intermediate, 1 of 10.
No, I'm just changing it in Chrome. It's insert V, but
Okay.
I have to figure out where V was on the keyboard.
Yeah.
I know the JAWS commands. I don't know where they are on this keyboard. That's all the problem is.
That's
Advanced
fun.
beginner, 1 of 3.
Yep.
Search box, OK button.
Okay, so I hit insert V, went into this settings for Chrome, and then I went down to verbosity, and which is found under the general settings tree category, and hit the space bar, changed it to high. So let's see what that does. Hit enter.
On, use virtual PC cursor off.
There we go.
Use virtual PC cursor on. Use virtual PC cursor off.
That's probably what you're used to hearing when you hit insert Z.
Yep.
So I recommend using that. Otherwise, if you can figure out what the command is to turn on and off the quick nav keys, whatever JAWS calls them, then use that. Don't remember what that is offhand. Maybe Kurt can look that up for us.
I'll be looking, yeah.
All right. In any case, now I'm in my forums list. I'm going to hit up and down arrow keys now.
Main region, unread. Unread. Carl Williams, Blind Ads, Rainbow Fruit Basket, Goat Milk Soap, 6:30 p.m.
Wow, okay. There's goat milk soap. Interesting. All right, let's, you know what? I'm interested. Let's read this email. So I'm going to hit enter to open up this email.
Menu, Blind Ads, Rainbow Fruit Basket, Goat Milk Soap, contains text,
Conversation opened. I shut JAWS up because anytime that you do anything with JAWS, it likes to babble on for an hour, and I don't have time to sit there and listen to it. But now I've opened up the email, I can hit N to read the next message or the first message in the thread that is either unread or the last message in the thread. So this will make sense here in a minute, but there's only one message in this thread, so I'm going to hit N to read it.
Leaving menus list with 1 items. Carl Williams Rainbow at Outlook.com via Groups Audio 6:30 p.m. 3 minutes ago. Not starred. Reply to all more to blind ads at Groups Audio show details. Rainbow Tarts would like to bring to you the wonderful fruit basket of all. A bevy of different fragrances that will brighten your day with notes of pink pomelo, blood orange, and pomegranate layered over nectarine, lemon zest, white grapefruit, and gentle musk. https://www.rainbowtarts.com/our rainbow fruit basket soap p/gmsr001.htm. If this link doesn't work, just copy and paste it into your browser of choice. We offer braille labeling on request at no extra charge. Visit www.rainbowtarts.com http://www.rainbowtarts.com to check out the other products. 1-1.
All right, so read the email. Now, let's say we want to browse more into the email. You know, we just kind of got this high-level overview of the email, but let's say I actually want to read the email and, you know, do it word by word, line by line, however you are used to normally read it in the basic HTML view. Well, that's simple enough, so we just turn on the virtual cursor, insert Z.
Use virtual PC cursor on. 6:30 to show reply bland Rainbow Tarts with.
And now I'm just using down arrow, up and down arrow.
6:30 Carl Williams Rain.
I'm already in the from. You know, this is where I was when I first started.
6:30
down
p.m.
arrow.
Reply show to reply to all bland. Rainbow Tarts would like to bring to you the wonderful fruit basket of all. Bland.
And I can
Rainbow.
read by letter.
A-I-N-B-O double space double O-D-N-I-A.
Can read by word.
Tarts would like to bring.
Very good. And there are headings too. So each message would have its own heading, similar to I think the basic HTML. So if I hit Shift H.
No previous jump.
Oops. Damn it. This is not.
Carl Williams Rainbow.
This is not fun. Okay, there we go. So that's the heading.
Chat. Carl Williams Rainbow. Blind ads Rainbow fruit basket. Good milk. Carl Williams Rainbow at Outlook.com via Groups Audio.
There we go. All right. So let's turn on the virtual or turn off the cursor thing.
Use virtual PC cursor off.
There we go. Insert Z again. Now the command to go back to the inbox is the U key for up to inbox.
Yeah.
It's the U key. You can also just always hit G and then I to go back to inbox, but that will unfocus you. If you were at message 50 in a list of emails, that will lose your focus. So I would say just use the letter U to go up to the previous email or to your mail list. If you don't want to do that, there is a button right on the page that says back to inbox or whatever. So if you just want to use your basic HTML keys, you could, but
main region.
This is a lot faster. All right, so now I'm in my list of emails again. Hit down arrow.
Unread. Sean.app.player.11. Vaxis/speak language switching by checking for fallback dialects. PR number 13739. 6:27 p.m. Link to issue number. Closest number.
All right. Hit down arrow again.
Unread. William. NVDA reporting blank. 6:20 p.m. Hello all. When there is an empty line, will report blank. But if the line contain only spaces, say will say space blank. I want to understand why row.
Okay, so as you see, it'll kind of read the first few lines of an email, and you can change this in the settings. So now I want to know what this person's question is.
Main
so
region.
Hit enter.
NVDA reporting blank.
And I'll hit N.
Context menu. Snooze menu. Leaving menus. Main region.
There.
List with 1 items. williamsuper.silix@gmail.com via Groups Audio 6:20 p.m. 16 minutes ago. Not starred. Reply to all more than show details. Hello all. When there is an empty line, will report blank. But if the line contain only spaces, say will say space blank. I want to understand why still regarded as blank when there are spaces. Thanks. William equals.
All right. So let's go back.
Main region. Forums tab panel. Grid. William. NVDA
Down
reporting
arrow.
blank. Unread. Fernando Joe. Sean 3. Vaxis/quick help app not accessible with issue number 13.
Now, here's another thing we can do in this list. We can just have only the column read out that we want. So let's say we only want to read by subject lines, for example, or by the from, for example. We want to know who the message is from. So I'll hit right arrow.
Fernando Joe. Sean 3. Column 3 row
So
3.
this message has 3 messages in the thread. It's from Fernando, Joe, John, Sean, whatever. And hit right arrow again.
Forums updates. Vaxis/quick help app not accessible with issue number 13742 steps.
So this tells me which bundles that this message is in, and it tells me the subject. And I'll hit right arrow again.
May 26, 2022, 6:19 p.m.
And that's the date and time. So let's hit left arrow a couple times and just move by the from field.
For Fernando Joe. Sean 3.
There we go. Now I'm just going to hit down arrow.
Janet Cadla. Andy 6. Helen.
There's a message from Helen.
Kimson E.T2. Sunfire 11. Beverly. Rowan. Sean. Steve Pattis. Janet. Seegert 5.
All right, so there's lots of lots of customization for how to move through this mail list.
Unread. Janet. Seegert 5. Wi-Fi question with XR phone. 5:32 p.m. Hi everyone. When I seen I had an update to iOS 15.
I'll hit down arrow.
Unread. Seegert. Christoph 2. WhatsApp update query 5. Unread. Giselle. Peppermoon 657 2. Re. A tug looking for. Unread. Didi. George. Tony 5. Slint KDE. Unread. Helen. Blind ads items. Unread. Troy. Simon. E.T 14.
And if you think you can't move fast, so some people have like their faster speech rates. So I'll demonstrate this.
Faster.
You can very quickly move through your email list. It's very, very, very responsive.
Slower. Unread. Muhammad. Super Sai 7. Program LVR. Unread. Bryce. Richard 15. Da particular app. Unread. Don. Rosemar. Brian 4. Chat Pure Talk Cell Service. 4:51 p.m. Anyone had any good or bad?
All right, let's look at reading a thread. So now I'm going to open this thread up. This has multiple messages. So I'm going to open this up.
Main region. Chat.
And just like I did before, I'm just going to hit N. And this time it's going to have multiple messages in this thread. So I'm going to hit N. And then when I want to jump to the next message, because I get bored with the first one, I'm going to hit N again to move to the next message. So let's hit N.
Leaving menus list with 4 items. HVA groups.io 3:21 p.m.
NVDA doesn't say this leaving menus list crap, so this is a JAWS bug.
Bad experiences with using Pure Talk Cell Service. Looks like they have unlimited plan for $28 == Rosemary Chaveria via groups.io 3:28 p.m. 3 hours ago. Not starred reply to all more to chat at groups.io show details. I haven't heard of that service, but the price of the plan sounds really good. Sent from Brian Vogel via groups.io 3:42 p.m. 2 hours ago. Not starred reply to all more to chat show details. The question is unlimited what? There is talk, text, data and mobile hotspot minutes as the big 4. Some only offer unlimited 2 of those 4, usually talk and text. This is fine if this is what you need. Pure Talk plans appear to include unlimited talk and text, with data being the thing that separates pricing. Also, if you are using a service like Pure Talk and I did at one time, you need to check about which of the major players they have their networks with. If they happen to use providers that either don't service your area at all or where the coverage is spotty, price doesn't matter. Brian, Windows 10.
All right. Let's say I want to respond to this email. I can either do R to reply or A to reply all. So we'll just hit A to reply all.
Chat Pure Talk Cell Service region. Message body edit.
And I'm in the edit box, so now I can just start typing.
Characters.
And I'll just turn on the typing echo.
A-O, comma.
Hello.
And enter.
Brian is right.
Space.
Be sure you know what you're getting into.
Period. Space. Space.
Cost cutting isn't always worth
it in the end. Here space.
There are some cheaper options with unlimited data. However, like US Mobile.
Period. Enter. Period.
Thanks. And now I can browse through this email.
Top of file. Hello.
And I just hit Control Home to go to top of file, although it's not really the top of the file. There's no file, but
blank. Brian is right. Be sure you know what you're getting into. Cost cutting isn't always worth it in the end. Grammar there and Grammar are some cheaper options with unlimited data, however, like US Mobile. Blank. Brian is
all right, so I got some misspelled words in here, and Doc or Gmail has lots of keyboard shortcuts to jump to the next and previous misspelled word and fix misspellings, all that. You can always get any of that by pressing the question mark when you're not in an edit field.
Right here. You know
so let's go through this email.
That cut is all worth it in the end. Period.
Grammar
there and grammar. Grammar options.
All right.
Press tab to access. Escape to ignore.
So anytime there's a grammar or something there that you run into or a spelling error, you can always hit tab. Let's do that.
Grammar error dialog. There button. Suggestion.
All right, so I think it's an issue of capitalization or something, so we'll just accept this capitalization or this fix.
Enter. Suggestion inserted. Main region. List with 4 items. Brian Vogel. There. H-E-R-E space.
Yep, so it was an issue of capitalization.
R, some cheap option with unlimited data, comma, however, comma, like, period, US mobile, blank. Brian is right. Be sure you know what you're getting into. Cost cutting isn't always worth it in the end. There are some cheaper options with.
All right. So now, if I want to send, I can always tab to the send button, and there are some other options as well. For example, I can schedule a send, or I can discard, etc. So let's hit tab and see what we have.
Send and archive. Control Enter.
Send and archive. This is probably not enabled by default for most people. I've enabled this in the settings.
Send button. More send options button menu.
More send options. Let's hit enter and see what we find.
Enter expanded. Menu schedule send.
Down arrow. Schedule send. And that's it. That's the only option there. So I'm going to hit escape.
Escape. Leaving menu. Attach files button menu.
So I can attach a file. Another way to attach a file is to simply find it with Windows Explorer, copy it, go back to your browser when you're in Gmail and you're in the body, and just paste, and it'll attach the file for you. So that's another way to attach an email to Gmail, but you can go through the attach menu as well.
Insert link. Control K. Button menu.
You can insert a link. You can do all kinds of things here.
Insert emoji. Control Shift 2.
And as you notice, it gives you the hotkeys to do so.
Insert files using Drive button menu. Insert photo button menu. Toggle confidential mode button menu.
Toggle confidential mode.
Insert signature button menu.
Insert signature.
More options.
And you likely never need any of these options. All you have to do is hit Control Enter to send the message. So I'm going to hit Control Enter.
Control Enter expanded. Insert signature.
Oops. So you want to be in the edit box. I was on a button when I hit Enter, and that's probably not a good idea.
Message body.
There we go.
Control alert. Cancel. Alert. Undo. None selected.
All right, message is sent, and JAWS was kind of talking over itself, so it never said the message was sent. And now I can undo it if I like, because I've set that up in my settings. Otherwise, it would normally just be sent. I have a 30-second undo, so I can undo any crazy errors that I have before I actually send the message. So let's go back to my inbox.
View main region. Forums tab panel. Grid. Unread. Pepper Moon 6J. Unread. Lino Morales. Win access edges giving me a fit with location. 4:19 p.m. Oh, as an aside before everybody jumps down my throat, I'm running Win 10 Home latest build on 5/.
As an aside, I think he meant, not as an aside, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was an ass something.
J. Main region. Forums tab panel. Grid. Unread. Lino Morales. Win access edges giving me a fit. J. Unread. Brand. Didier. JR3. Slid the upgrade process from 14.2 to 15. 407.
Okay. So, as you see, you can easily traverse through your mail list. There's a lot of things that you can also do that I haven't even touched on, such as you can set up filters. So let's hit the applications key. It's one of my favorite keys. Let's hit the applications key on an email. See what happens.
Applications. Context menu. Move to tab. Black right pointing pointer sub menu. 1 of 15.
I can move this to a tab.
Reply all. 2 of 15.
Reply all.
Reply 3 of 15.
Reply. And this is before I've even opened the message.
Forward. 4 of 15.
Forward.
Forward as attachment. 5
Forward
of 15.
as attachment.
Archive. 6 of 15.
Archive.
Delete. 7 of 15.
Delete.
Mark as read. 8 of 15.
Mark as read.
Snooze. 9 of 15.
Snooze. Snoozing is a really powerful feature too. It lets you basically say, I want this message out of my inbox, but I want it to come back at a time of my choosing. So that might be tomorrow. It might be next week. There are some various options for that.
Add to tasks. 10 of 15.
I can add this email to a task if I want to know, if I want to be reminded to do something. I can add this email to a task. I've used this feature a lot.
Move to black right pointing pointer sub menu. 11.
I can move this email to a specific label, or that's what Gmail calls basically folders.
Label as black right pointing point.
I can label it as something.
Mute. 13 of 15.
I can mute that thread so I won't get alerted anymore or see that thread or any additional things from it.
Find emails from D.J.J. Ring. JR. 14 of 15.
I can find emails from the sender, which is a really handy feature as well.
Open a new window. 15 of 15.
And I can open this email in a new window.
Move to.
So lots of good.
Escape. Leaving menus. Kirkman wearing.
Lots of good things there. Apparently Kurt sent me a chat. Very good. So lots of good things in Gmail that you can do.
Main selected. Unread.
Let's see. Let's go up to the toolbar.
Select X.
I'll unselect it.
Unread.
You can easily select and unselect messages with the X key. So you can literally just go through up arrow, down arrow, down arrow X, down arrow X, down arrow X if you like.
Comma. Select button menu.
So the comma will get up to the toolbar, and we have select. We can choose how many messages to select.
Refresh button.
We can refresh.
More button collapsed.
There's a more. Let's see what's under more.
Enter. More button menu.
Yep.
Leave it. Labels. Inbox 4.
Nothing there.
Compose button. Labels. Inbox 4. Comma. Select. Refresh. Show more. Button collapsed. Show more messages button. Main region. Tab. Primary. J. Unread.
Excuse me. I should mute. All right.
Cool.
So the next thing I'm going to do is select everything and delete it. Because this is what this forum bundle is for. When I get overwhelmed with messages, that's exactly what I do to it. And I probably won't delete it. I'll archive it. That way if I need to go back and refer back to something later, I can do that.
J.K. Unread.
So, there are some hotkeys that you should know, but also when you select messages, the options will appear in that toolbar as well. So, let's hit select all, and to do that, we're going to hit the asterisk key, the star key, which is shift and the number 8.
Star A.
And the letter
85
A.
selected.
And that selects messages. Now let's go up to the toolbar and see what we've got.
Comma. Select button. Archive button.
We've got archive.
Spam.
Spam. Whoa, hello, Kurt.
Oh, okay, so that's not better.
Delete button.
We've got
That
delete.
is so weird. Okay.
Mark as read button.
We've got mark as read.
Snooze button.
We've got snooze.
Add to tasks button.
Got add to tasks.
Move to button collapsed.
Move to
Labels button collapsed.
labels.
More button menu.
More. Let's see what's under more, if anything.
Enter expanded. Menu collapsed. Leaving menus. Show more message. More
Doesn't
button.
seem like anything's there.
Label. Move. Ads. Mark as.
All right.
Delete button. Spam button. Archive button.
There are also hotkeys for all these things. So, for example, to delete is just the hash brown sign, the shift and the number 3. To archive, you can hit the either the letter E or the letter Y. And that's just because they use A for reply all. So they kind of had to come up with something there.
Archive button.
Let's hit archive, and we'll get rid of these messages.
Enter. 85 conversations archived. Undo link. None selected. None selected.
They're gone.
Tilde. Updates. AC. Complimentary read.
So now to go to chat, we're going to head to chat. There's a number of ways that we can do this,
Main
actually.
Region,
So
unread. Navigation region. Labels. Inbox 300.
if we go to the left arrow, hit inbox.
Compose button. Banner region. Google app.
In many cases, if your email is, or if your chat is on the, depending on where you have it set up, and you could change the layout. I have changed mine. If you hit left arrow again, you will get into this tree view where you have like mail, chat, some of these other categories, and you can choose the one you want. But you can easily just get to chat. You can hit the command H and C, and that will head you to chat.
AC. Complementary region. Navigation region. Chat frame. Chat. List of direct messages list. List with 30 items. Idle unread. Kurt Manwick.
Jeez, Jaws is so verbose. I turn all these announcements off, and I highly recommend you do as well, because in most browsing, they're worthless. So maybe we'll go into that. How to change Jaws so it doesn't talk so much. That might be for like a next session. So Kurt sent a message. I'm going to hit enter.
Enter. Google chat dialog. Kurt Manwaring main region. Message Kurt Manwaring. History is on. Edit. Kurt Manwaring I want Coke. 6 min. Group loading.
Kurt wants Coke. So there is a command to get to the list of messages, and that is Control J. We'll get to the list of messages. So now I'm just going to hit R to get back to the reply field.
R. Message Kurt Manwaring. History is on. Okay.
Coke is bad for
you.
you.
Here. Enter. Message sent. Wow. You say
You should quit.
Period. Enter. Message sent.
So I've just responded to Kurt, and if he responds, then we'll know, and we'll be able to have a chat with him. So this is Google Chat, and it works with anyone else that has a Gmail account. I hear him typing away, doing
You have
something.
new updates in your direct message with Kurt Manwaring.
All right, so Kurt sent
Kurt
me
is typing.
messages. So let's hit Control
Use
J.
Kurt Manwaring, terrible idea now. Group.
Terrible idea.
Kurt Manwaring, it's better than tobacco now.
That's better than tobacco. Excellent.
R.
Yep.
Message Kurt
Well, I guess I agree.
Enter. Kurt Manwaring, main region. Message Kurt Manwaring, history is on.
Shut up. I've come
Kurt
to
is
find out
typing.
that if you want to make the best
You
use
have
of
new
JAWS,
updates
you
in
have
your
to
direct
make
message with Kurt Manwaring.
liberal use of the shut up key.
Kurt Manwaring, it makes a ding noise now.
Yes, it makes a ding noise. You can set up notification
R.
alerts so that you do get notification sounds. Kurt, do you want to send me an email?
Oh, sure.
You can hear my email ding. Because I do also have an email ding set up. So you can set up notifications, sounds, in the Gmail settings as well, just like your email client. Imagine that. Isn't that pretty lit, Kurt?
Indeed.
Yep. I don't know if lit is still in or out. I don't think it's
I
actually
think so.
still used, but maybe
So
it
it just
is. I don't know.
sent. It just sent, and I can view message if I want to.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully I get it then. Oh,
Yeah.
there it goes. Do you hear that pop?
Oh, there we go.
No, that was probably my phone. There was a pop, and I think that the reason you didn't hear it is because I'm not sharing system audio.
Yeah, probably.
There is a little ding. I forgot about that. There is a little ding that comes through, and you can change it, but you get a sound that tells me that I got an email. So let's go back to my email. So I'm going to hit escape from chat.
Escape. Complementary region. Navigation I.
Let's
Await
go to
active on red.
inbox.
I. Inbox 6. None select.
There we go.
Main. Enter. Conversation
Got
open.
an email from Kurt. Let's hit N.
N. Leaving menus. List with 1 items. Kurt Manwaring 6:54 p.m. 0 minutes ago. Not starred. Reply more to me. Show details. I like bacon. Beer and brats. Suggested replies.
You like brats, huh? Little
Uh-huh.
ones, big ones, old ones, young ones?
The
What
hot,
kind?
the hot dog kind that I probably spelled wrong.
A. I like bacon.
I love all those
H.
things.
G. S. Space.
I'll intentionally misspell some words.
O. A. A. Is this A. Y space. A. R. Space. G. O. O. T. Period. Space. I love all those THGNS to because they are good. Oh, love all those THG space T spelling options. Press
Uh-oh.
tab to add.
So you kind of hear that sound. JAWS gives me a little sound.
Yep.
'Cause that's how I have it set up. Again, I've modified JAWS sufficiently enough to where I get even less. Like, there are even a lot more verbalizations that you would get if you didn't customize JAWS.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hit tab.
Misspelling dialog. Things button. Suggestion.
Yep, things. That's exactly what I wanted. So hit enter.
Enter. Main region. List with 1 items. Kurt Manwaring 6:54 p.m. 0 minutes. I love all those things to because they are good.
All right. So let's see if we have any more misspelled words.
Control apostrophe. Space. I love all those things to because space E U Z
Apparently,
space E U Z
B-E-C-E-U-Z is not a misspelled word.
Z U C E T space O T O space B C A E space.
It didn't count that as misspelled. That's hilarious.
Becca who
There we
all
go.
love.
Got there in the end.
Control apostrophe. Becca's misspelled. Spelling options. Press tab to access.
All right. Control apostrophe is the command to move to the next misspelled word. So if you ever want to move, you just in Gmail, you want to go to the next misspelled word, hit the control apostrophe, and it jumps you there, tells you what it is, that it's misspelled. And now I'm going to hit tab.
Misspelling dialog. Because button. Set enter. Main region. List with 1 items. Kurt Manwaring 650.
Shut up. NVDA doesn't make a lot of this noise. I don't even know. Or maybe it doesn't. I just get so used to tuning it out. But anyway, that's whatever. That's how
Yeah.
you send an email. Now, if I want to discard this email without sending it, I can hit Control-Shift-D to discard this email. So there are options for that. Also, if I just completely get out of Gmail or close it or hit escape, it will be saved to my drafts folder. So, but let's hit send.
Control and alert, undo, none selected.
Alert, undo. Yeah, I was trying to talk over itself. Now let's say I want to get to my sent folder or my spam folders. How do I do that? There are go commands for a lot of folders, not every folder. There are like GI for inbox, GD for drafts, etc. Or you can just hit left arrow.
Navigation region, labels, inbox 300.
And now we'll hit down arrow.
Snoozed. Send. Spam 219 unread.
These would typically be links, and they are links, but because I have my
Message sent.
what do you call it, set to my JAWS set to play sounds for elements, that's why you're hearing those sounds. Otherwise it would say spam link.
Image expanded as menu. Archive as menu.
And these are IMAP folders
Deleted message.
that I really need to go and delete because I don't use IMAP anymore.
Image spam sent. Snoozed.
So it'd say like snoozed link, sent link, etc. And when you want one, you just hit enter to open it. All right. What else? Is there anything else there, Kurt?
I don't think so. I think that pretty
that's
much.
good?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
All right.
We
Do you have
covered
anything
chat.
else to add about JAWS?
And alert. Place mark.
not really. Other than I could not find.
Unloading JAWS.
Apparently now, just the navigation quick keys command is not a thing anymore. I can't see it in their like command search and manual and stuff. So if anyone knows it, I think it used to be insert Q, but it's not that anymore. Or insert N. But
Yeah, see, I thought it was insert Q too, but
I think they took it out, and I think it's just now virtual PC cursor on off would be my guess there.
I don't think so. Let me see if I can dig it up, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see if we can do a little exploration here.
JAWS. Inbox 1 email.
Shut
Do I
up.
still sound
Context
awful?
Menu.
You sound fine. I don't know
My
about your
NVDA,
JAWS.
though.
Oh,
Is
I
my
can't hear it.
NVDA... Oh.
Camera microphone recording tab. Click comment and delete
Whoa, hello.
destination to comment
No,
submenu. Click
now I
comment and
can't
delete
hear it. Okay.
Select synthesizer audio with device colon combo box minus speakers left there.
There you go.
Help sub menu. Language utility voice assistant job screen shift synth sound settings center leaving menu inbox 1 email
Oh, crackle pop.
preview
Wow.
search box edit control plus E.
All right, so now let's go into where would I be likely to find it? Let's see.
Preview user web/HTML/HTML/PDFs opens 1 reading closed 1 of 7 navigation open 2 smart navigation document text block length lines per page maximum line length screen tracks virtual wrap navigation check 1 images / links headings and table missile 0 forms mode 1 2 ignore flash on web for a form field page refresh link active for a button indicate allow web 0 forms mode closed form 1 select forms modes auto forms manual forms mode 0 text processing speech verbosity.
I'm not even sure what to search for because I don't think they called it virtual navigation mode.
Yeah, I
Sounds
searched for
Quick
quick.
navigation.
Say all.
Yeah, I don't
I
think they
searched-
called it that.
Graphics
I
and
searched
trail,
for
mode,
navigation.
trail and
I
text
also
pairs
searched
and
for keys.
synthesize. Punctuation voice alien window keyboard custom research text app gesture mouse
Yeah,
ed
I just don't think they
Visual
removed it. I'd have to go.
miscellaneous
I bet I know where we could find it.
Yeah.
user
We could either find it in their keyboard manager or we could find it in their help.
search box edit
All right,
control,
let's see.
lang
Let's see.
skip blank lines while 10 search results list navigation skip blank navigation web/HTML/PDFs smart wrap navigate heading navigation quick key delay unavailable auto forms mode settings forms mode User navigates left or right across a line break when pausing after character. Detect spelling while navigating. Play sound. Proof. Navigation quick keys on. General.
There we go. I found it. Navigation quick keys on.
Oh, cool.
Yep.
Navigation quick keys on. General keyboard.
It's under general keyboard, apparently.
Oh. What's the keystroke?
I'm not sure. I don't know. I thought it used to be insert Q, but I could be thinking of some other screen reader.
Yeah, I didn't. At least in the command search that they have, I didn't see it. So.
Navigation quick keys on.
It might be a layered keystroke too. In the command search, did you put in navigation?
Navigation quick keys on.
Quick keys on or something?
On during say all only. 3 off. 1 of 3. On. 2 of 3.
Yep. So you can change it in there anyway in settings. And set it to on with say all mode or off. Yeah, I didn't think they got rid of it. And when you do that, instead of switching between virtual cursor mode on and off, what you can easily do is use the Gmail hotkeys. And also you still have access to your virtual cursor. So when you want to open up an email to read it, you can easily just start hitting down arrow to read your email. The only problem with that is you don't get access to things like H for heading, B for button, etc. So when you want to turn it back on, you'll have to go and turn it back on with whatever the keystroke is. So there you go. Would it be like insert Shift Z or some dumb thing?
Let's
I'm not actually
see.
sure what it is.
No, it's not that.
Okay, I'm not sure.
Let me
search.
Yeah, it's just weird to me that it's not showing up in their command search. Like,
they have some pretty big holes in their command search. There are definitely other things I've tried to find in there that don't show up. So I don't know.
Table column.
I'm not really sure.
JAWS mute lang helps mute JAWS screen sit sound setting keyboard diction frame script nav reinitialize nav mute language helps training JAWS keyboard what's new technical web about JAWS startup FS license check for command training command 25% leaving menus search for JAWS commands dialog search for edit case space s space Edit nav. Virtual blank. No results. Edit nav.
Yeah, they don't have anything to do with navigation, apparently.
Space.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I bet it's in their keyboard, what do they call it? Keyboard, what do they call their
keyboard manager thing?
Yeah, I bet it's in there, and I also bet it's in their FS help. In their help center.
That's great. I mean,
inbox 5.
Honestly, I don't mind just toggling the virtual PC cursor. Like, that's kind of how I'm used to it.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, there are people who just always want to have access to the virtual cursor, and they just don't want to keep switching between the modes. And so I understand why that would be.
Oh, sure.
You're going to have to switch something at some point if you want to be able to navigate by headings and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, fair enough.
And this is why I like, Orca and, Chromevox and all these things. Because just in their typical default modes, you don't have this problem at all.
Yeah.
Simply because, like, Chromevox requires a modifier key to accomplish tasks.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
Same, like VoiceOver, same thing. VoiceOver requires a modifier key to go to the next heading or whatever. And you can easily turn on a quick nav mode, so you can do the same thing.
Yeah.
But its default mode is not to take over browser keyboard shortcuts.
Right, yeah, I think that's certainly better for this stuff anyhow.
Yep, for sure. All right, everybody. This has been fun.
Yeah, didn't see any new comments here.
Nope, and we have nobody watching, so guess nobody was interested in this stream. You guys should email us. Are you guys interested in having this podcast anymore? Is there any room for this content left? Is there any reason to continue?
Yeah,
with it?
what do you want us to show?
What do you want us to show? We're not. If we don't get any interaction, like we're not really sure what exactly you want. So this isn't really just for us to sit here and babble. Although we do have fun doing it, but
yeah,
you know. So what do you guys want out of it? Anyway, get in touch. Send us an email. Sign up to the mailing list. If you want to send us an email at blindtechadventures.com. Oh, one last thing. I did see Strap Aura had their launch event.
They had a launch event. I didn't bother watching it.
I watched it.
You watched it? Okay.
Yeah, and I learned that straight line navigation mode is not coming in this first release.
Oh. That's not good.
Nope. It apparently is going to be a future update.
Okay, but how do they deliver updates? That's a little scary.
They're going to deliver updates. You're going to have to connect your thing to the app, which is not ready for launch. But you'll have to connect to, it does have Wi-Fi, so you'll have to connect to Wi-Fi.
Okay.
I think you might be able to use like WPS or something to connect the thing to Wi-Fi.
That's annoying.
So, that one of those features that we were talking about that I actually got to see that they were highlighting and all that. Yeah, that's not coming. Too bad.
That's
they've also said they will be, they're taking orders now for the price of $750 and will begin shipping in 60 days.
Okay.
That is what we got.
All right. That's disappointing.
Yeah.
What? So what? I have to ask what the purpose of a launch is. Like 2 months before you ship a thing.
I'm not sure.
Like.
And what the purpose of the Ask Me event was last month.
Yeah, I'm
before the launch event. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure.
We've both been very patient, and it's kind of wearing thin for me, I gotta say.
Yeah. The one thing I will say about straight line navigation is I actually as I tried it, I think it's going to be difficult, and maybe they're incorporating some of the feedback. It's going to be very difficult for a blind person. Straight line navigation worked. Let me just come out and say that it worked. But the problem with straight line navigation is straight line navigation starts a straight line path from whatever direction that you are currently facing when you start it.
Oh. Yeah.
So let's say you're a little bit angled, or you're not facing completely straight or the direction that you want to go. Straight line navigation has a limited value. And I would say a lot of blind people don't have that orientation. There are a lot that do, but a lot of blind people, frankly, don't. And so I can see a lot of people struggling with it.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what they can do or will do to resolve that, but another thing, like I was hoping to use it maybe for biking or whatever. I see it kind of as limited value when walking down a sidewalk. Like, it's kind of cool. Okay, you can walk in a straight line, but sidewalks aren't usually in a straight line.
Right.
There's usually a little curve or this or that.
Yeah.
So, or even intersections. Lately, you kind of have a little angle to the intersection or where the curb is, or there's maybe an island that you cross to first.
Yeah. Yeah, this is true.
I don't know. I think straight line navigation is a really good theory and probably will help some people, but yeah.
I mean, it's
I
not
don't
the
think
main
it necessarily
thing I was
takes away from. Yeah, it doesn't take away from the main functionality of Strap. In my view, anyway, it doesn't really take away from that. It probably could be helpful, in a big parking lot or something. You can walk straight, but you'd have to know that you were walking straight to something and what direction you were facing in the first place.
Yeah.
So it's, yeah. Anyway, that's all.
Yep.
Anything else?
Not that I can think of right now. I'll have to spend some time figuring out why my audio repeaters were broken today.
Yeah, I don't know why your volume levels are so high. Maybe I'm just noticing this week and they were all loud all along. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, I did just update to the Insider Beta, so I'm wondering if that...
that might have mucked up with audio drivers a little. Who knows?
Yeah, well, I'll look into it.
Anyway, if you guys don't hear from me, I either died from one of my flights or from COVID or something. It was good knowing you, Kurt.
Or both,
you can
yeah.
have my laptops, whatever.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, cool. I'll take your laptops. Can I have any of your work Braille displays?
I mean, I'm dead. I won't give a shit. So, have at it.
Sweet.
Got a bunch of them here, so...
Well,
I don't know that my employer would be, how you say, very happy about that. But,
Yeah?
you know, I'll be dead. I won't care. So, have at it.
Yeah, all right. Well, hopefully you don't actually die.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
You never know these days.
Yep, well, best
All right.
wishes with all that, and yeah.
Yeah, thank you all. And
Of course.
any last words, Kurt? before we
Any
go?
last words, huh? That sounds ominous. I want more beer. That's my last word.
All right, time for you to go drink beer and time for me to go
Yeah.
pack up for my trip.
All right. Enjoy. Take care.
Yeah, bye, everyone.